Hi! How was your prayer time today? Okay. Here we go. This is the Bible reading for April 21st from the One Year Bible for Kids Challenge Edition. Thanks for coming and reading along with me. I pray it helps you through your challenge. Okay. In a whisper, Elijah was discouraged. He felt like the last of God's prophets on earth. But God had a special message for Elijah. See how God spoke to Elijah. 1 Kings 19, 9-21. There he came to a cave, where he spent the night. The Lord speaks to Elijah. But the Lord said to him, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" Elijah replied, "I have zealously served the Lord God Almighty. But the people of Israel have broken their covenant with you, torn down your altars, and killed every one of your prophets. I am the only one left, and now they are trying to kill me too. Go out and stand before me on the mountain," the Lord told him. And as Elijah stood there, the Lord passed by, and a mighty windstorm hit the mountain. It was such a terrible blast that the rocks were torn loose, but the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind there was an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake there was a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire there was the sound of a gentle whisper. When Elijah heard it, he wrapped his face in his cloak and went out and stood at the entrance of the cave. And a voice said, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" He replied again, "I have zealously served the Lord God Almighty. But the people of Israel have broken their covenant with you, torn down your altars, and killed every one of your prophets. I am the only one left, and now they are trying to kill me too." Then the Lord told him, "Go back the same way you came, and travel to the wilderness of Damascus. When you arrive there, anoint Hazael to be king of Aram. Then anoint Jehu grandson of Nimshi to be king of Israel, and anoint Elisha son of Shaphat from the town of Abel-Meholah to replace you as my prophet. Anyone who escapes from Hazael will be killed by Jehu, and those who escape Jehu will be killed by Elisha. Yet I will preserve 7,000 others in Israel who have never bowed down to Baal or kissed him." The call of Elisha. So Elijah went and found Elisha son of Shaphat plowing a field. There were 12 teams of oxen in the field, and Elisha was plowing with the 12th team. Elijah went over to him and threw his cloak across his shoulders and then walked away. Elisha left the oxen standing there, ran after Elijah, and said to him, "First let me go and kiss my father and mother goodbye, and then I will go with you." Elijah replied, "Go on back, but think about what I have done to you." So Elisha returned to his oxen and slaughtered them. He used the wood from the plow to build a fire to roast their flesh. He passed around the meat to the townspeople, and they all ate. Then he went with Elijah as his assistant. God didn't speak to Elijah in the windstorm or the earthquake, or even the roar of a fire, all signs of God's mighty power. Instead, God spoke to Elijah in a gentle whisper. God doesn't always reveal himself in powerful, miraculous ways. Sometimes we think God will speak only in something big like a youth rally or a big concert or worship service. Sometimes he does. But listen for God's voice in the quiet too. You may hear him when you least expect it. Psalm 46:10, "Be still, and know that I am God. I will be honored by every nation. I will be honored throughout the world." And that's our Bible reading for today. Okay, bye!